Good morning, Michael Trull here, Amsoil dealer, #1synthetic.com. Hi, good morning. So I'm Mike, the Amsoil dealer, #1synthetic.com. Today what we're going to be doing is changing out this MAGNEFINE inline magnetic transmission filter and topping off with the Amsoil synthetic fuel efficient. This is meets Dexron 6 as well as a host of other specifications that are low viscosity. We did switch this car over almost 4 years ago to this from this. We were using this, the Amsoil, for the Dexron 3 as well as many other specs, but I just went ahead and did to the Dexron 6. I figured maybe save a little bit of fuel since it is a lower viscosity fluid and it is backward compatible. And if you're wondering, these MAGNEFINE filters, so the flow direction is noted. It's going to come in here and exit here. First thing it does, it passes by a very powerful magnet which takes out, you know, the iron particles, and then it goes through a regular filter. There's a like paper filter in here, and so it just helps to keep your transmission clean. So the one that's on here is the old style. It's plastic. We're going to take it off, unscrew it, and look inside, because it's been on there according to the Amsoil My Garage, where I keep all my maintenance info. It's at my website, #1synthetic.com, and it tells me it's been almost 4 years since we have put this on. I did the complete flush over to this, and I installed a transmission cooler. It's also been over 33,000 miles on the inline filter, so it'll be interesting to see what's inside. So let's get going. Thanks. So here on the front of the car is my transmission cooler. You can see I probably need to tighten up that clamp there. It looks like I got some seepage going on. But anyway, yeah, this has been a really good thing. I'm sure it's helping to keep my transmission fluid temperatures down, which you keep it cool, you keep it clean. And this filter is obviously helping keep it clean. This is obviously helping keep it cool. And this Amsoil fluid actually does both. 100% synthetic, so it stands up to heat extremely well, and the lower internal friction in the fluid helps it to also run cooler. But if it does encounter heat, the Amsoil just stands up to the heat so much better, and also helps to keep it clean and free of varnish and sludge. So another thing to talk about in this car is there's no transmission dipstick. There is a place to add fluid, that little red cap right there. You take it out and you put a long funnel in, but there's no dipstick. There's a check plug underneath, but the car has to be raised. I'm going to have to jack the back end up and get it level and hot and idling, and then you take the check plug out and add fluid till it, you know, dribbles out. So here we are under the car. There's my old MAGNEFINE that's been on here for, like I said, almost 4 years, and I'm using the fuel injection clamps I bought on Amazon, and also this 3/8 hose that's actually bigger than what comes in the kit for the transmission cooler. Also, I got some seepage going on there as well, so have to take a look at that. But yeah, so let's get this thing out of here. We're going to unscrew it and try to slide it out. The way I have it mounted, again, it's just some major, you know, heavy-duty zip ties. Basically, I just got it kind of tied in place, and very gradual bends on the hose. Nothing too crazy with that. Okay, so I did back my clamps off out of the way, and I'm just gonna try to get these hoses off of here without damaging them, because I do plan to reuse them. So, and then hopefully I can just slide the filter out of this gigantic zip tie, and we'll see if we can reuse it with the other one, because I think the metal ones actually look a tiny bit smaller in diameter, but we'll see. Okay guys, check this out. This fluid looks as red as the day it was put in, over or almost 4 years ago, and over 33,000 miles ago. This is why I use Amsoil. This is amazing. This is what I expected, honestly, but I don't think a lot of people understand how good Amsoil is. Take a look at that. Over 33,000 miles. That's amazing to me. This is why I'm an Amsoil dealer and why I use it. Okay guys, this is hard to film, but I'm trying to take this filter out of here. I'm seeing if I can just slide it out of this giant zip tie here, and then we will inspect it on the inside. It might. I'm just blown away by the color of this fluid, and I shouldn't be, because this is what you should expect from 100% synthetic Amsoil. Look again, Gabe, can you get that in the frame? This fluid, I mean, this looks like brand new fluid. This is insane. This is over 33,000 miles and almost 4 years. That's just amazing. Alright guys, so we're gonna see if we can do this by hand. But yeah, this is the old style, the plastic kind. They don't make these anymore. These used to be made in Australia. I think now they're made in the USA by, Boss Products makes them, but they're the metal ones. So let's see what we can do here. Now I'm probably gonna need some channel locks or something. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're gonna try to, oh, I felt it maybe turn. There it goes. Just took a little bit of, so here we go guys. Over 33,000 miles, almost 4 years. The Amsoil 100% synthetic, fuel efficient ATF. Wow. Guys, if you've ever seen one of these filters opened up after 20, 30,000 miles. Now this is the magnet. This has a little bit of iron on here, but really nothing crazy. This is insane. But then again, all of that is iron that would be circulating in the transmission. Now there is a magnet in the pan, of course, but if we can catch it on this one, you know, there's no reason, you know, I don't plan to drop the pan on this transmission again. I did almost 4 years ago when I did all this and switched over to the Amsoil fuel efficient ATF. The original Amsoil ATF had been in since 2006. That's how I got started with Amsoil, and it was very, very good looking as well, even after almost 65,000 miles on that fluid. But look at this filter. Wow. It's so, like, there's like nothing. Wow. Any of you guys who have seen other videos on YouTube where people open these filters up after these kind of miles, they're usually very, just the pleats are all full of, you know, like garbage. But I think this is a testament to the Amsoil fluid, how well it protects. And I mean,
It's just amazing to me. There's some white, I don't know what that is there, if you can see those little white particles. So I don't know where that came from, but the filter, you know, caught it or whatever. But anyway, so it's kind of sad the new metal filters don't have the ability to be opened up like this, but we'll just have to cut it open when the time comes. So anyway, alright, so here we've got it in place. March 2020, 165,000, and I did verify I was actually understating the mileage. It's actually 34,000 miles that was on the old MAGNEFINE we just changed, and the fluid that came out. So I'm going to tighten these clamps up and try to tighten this zip tie. I'll try to grab that end with a pliers, see what we can do. So hey guys, we took this red cap out. This is right on the top of the transmission. It just unscrews by hand, if you can see down in there. There's where it goes into the top of the transmission. My funnel is going in. It's hard to make it out. But so what we're going to probably do is add, I'm going to start with maybe a quarter of, this is about a half a quart that's left in here. Probably put about half of it in, and then we'll get this thing hot and jack up the back end, get it level, and check the fluid level. Alright guys, I've had the car idling now, there we go, maybe 5-10 minutes. There's no leaks, I'm happy with that. I did go ahead and dump in that entire half a quart that I had, and I tightened up this. I grabbed it with some vice grips. I managed to pull 2 more clicks out of it. So, like I said, we'll revisit all of this, check the clamps and everything in the coming weeks, but I think everything's good. As soon as we're totally warmed up, I'll show you how to check the fluid on this 4T. This is either the 4T40E or the 4T45E. I'm not sure which one I have, but this is a 2002 Cavalier. See how hot this is. That's not even, it's lukewarm. But yeah, with a tranny cooler and everything, it'll take a minute to get everything warmed up. So one thing I've been doing while we're waiting for this thing to warm up is actually have it idling in gear, and that should help it to warm up the transmission a little faster. And I think I got something going on here, my ABS light and my low coolant light, but I think that sensor's bad because I keep checking the coolant and I don't think it's low. Alright, so the front end on the ramps, the back end is raised with my floor jack. We're basically level, and we've got our 10mm wrench. We're going to get under there, and the car's hot, idling, level, and we're going to get under there and take out the check plug, and we should see some fluid running out. Alright, it's actually an 11mm for the check plug. Alright, we're going to get under there. Guys, not sure how much you can see. Right there, that's the check plug. You got your oil drain plug, you got your hot exhaust, and your transmission, and right between all those is that plug up in there. I've already loosened it, and we're about to take it out. So I don't know how much you'll be able to see, but the car is warm and idling, and so we're looking for a stream of transmission fluid, but you know, if it gushes out, we'll have to let some run out. That'll mean it's overfilled, but you want like a steady dribble, I guess, or stream. So yeah, there's probably a technical service bulletin on it. But anyway, here we go. I got my pan down here. Really need some gloves right about now, because no doubt this fluid will be warm. I mean, it's not as hot as it could be, but it's I guess I'm just going to try to maintain pressure and yank it out. Hopefully not get burned on this exhaust or this fluid. Okay, I feel like it's out. I'm going to pull it out of here. Whew. Okay, wow. Yep. We must have been a little bit over full. I did dump that entire half quart in, so nice and red. And maybe I did get it a little bit over full. Yeah, it's getting down now to a lower trickle, so I think I'm going to try to put it back in here. Definitely more in there than I thought, but I must not have lost a whole lot of fluid when I took the filter off. Probably thought I lost more than I actually did. Whew. Good thing that filter's not, or good thing that fluid's not flaming hot, or it would really be burning me right now. Alright. Alright guys, we're going to go for a short test drive here. Bring it off the ramps. Yeah, apparently I probably didn't need to dump that half a quart in, but I just thought that I must have lost, you know, some fluid at least when I changed that filter, but apparently it was so little. But that's why they make them now with those check plugs, and you can let out the excess. It's driving good. I think we're in third gear. Alright, we'll check back when we get out here on the road. Alright, we're going to see if we can get up a little bit, at least get into fourth gear, torque converter locked up and everything. So alright, so first gear, second gear, third gear, torque converter lockup, and fourth gear. Feels good. Feels perfect. Alright. So guys, my transmission longevity trifecta, if you want to call it that, would be a transmission cooler, these MAGNEFINE magnetic inline filters, and most importantly is the appropriate variety of Amsoil 100% synthetic automatic transmission fluid, the signature series. You know, this is the top of the line stuff. They do make one called OE, original equipment, but I believe it's still recommended for OE drain intervals. This stuff is double the severe service drain interval. You know, in my experience, you probably go farther than that. But you know, if you're towing and stuff and you're getting your fluid really, really hot, then yeah, definitely follow their recommendations. But this fluid is amazing. I'll just spin around here and you can see some of the specifications that each of these meet. Yeah, but if you go to numberonesynthetic.com, you know, type in your vehicle, and it's going to give you, sorry that flash is in the way there, numberonesynthetic.com, you put in your year, make, and model, and that will give you, it'll show you exactly what fluid is recommended. They even make one called Super Shift. It's a Ford Type F, but yeah, the heat handling capacity on this fluid is amazing. The filters, I get these on Amazon. This is a 3/8. Sorry, it's really hard to see there. There we go. 3/8. And yeah, you can put these on your transmission, power steering. I have one in each position on the Honda Pilot. I had the same on the GMC Envoy XL that unfortunately got totaled, and I'm sure Salvage was happy when they got that extremely well lubricated drivetrain. But these coolers, these are the ones I use. I get these on Amazon. They're probably middle of the road price point. They're not the cheapest, and they are this, I think this is called tube and fin, I forget, but these are definitely a good transmission cooler. So the one I have on the Cavalier is this one, the 676. It's the smallest, and then they go up. I had this 678 on the Honda Pilot, and I had that on the GMC Envoy XL, and they go up to the biggest one here they make. But definitely worth the investment. You know, keep it cool, keep it clean, and of course go right here, numberonesynthetic.com, type in your vehicle, look up and see what we make for your vehicle, order, get it shipped to you for free if you order over $100. Sign up as a preferred customer. You know, you're paying a small fee to buy everything at wholesale price, so you're probably going to save some money. If you're ordering, you know, a decent amount, you're going to definitely save some money. So numberonesynthetic.com. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thanks, guys. So for the verse of the day, I was going to share some from Hebrews. This is chapter 4, verse 15. For we do not have a high priest who cannot sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who has been tempted in all things as we are, yet without sin. And again in 7, verse 26, it was fitting for us to have such a high priest, holy, innocent, undefiled, separated from sinners, and exalted above the heavens. And in 1 Timothy 2:5, there is one God, one mediator between God and men, the man Christ Jesus, who gave himself as a ransom for all, the testimony given at the proper time. So guys, our high priest, our faithful high priest is Jesus Christ. He lived the perfect life, never succumbed to temptation, always, he never sinned. And that way he could die in our place, and we are not only forgiven through repentance and faith, but we're credited with his righteousness. It's as though on the cross a debit transaction or credit transaction took place where his righteousness was credited to all who would ever believe, and our sin was transferred to his account, and he was punished
as if he was the worst sinner ever, even though he had never sinned. So that's why we love him. So thanks, guys. If you want to find out more, a lot of this came from the book of Hebrews. So thank you.